Extremely busy. So basically, we are on day 291, which is October 18th. Happy Monday. And the meditations on criticizing others is what the Dalai Lama is giving us advice on today. Daily advice from the heart by the Dalai Lama. So he says, one day someone said to me, according to Mao Zedong, one should have the courage to think, to speak, and to act. It is true that in order to work and carry out tasks, we need to think. We also need the courage to say what we think and to do what we say. If people do not act, no progress is possible, and no mistakes could ever be corrected. But we also need to ask ourselves whether what we are about to say and do will be useful. So, yeah, as this relates to criticizing others, and um, I am pretty sure that nobody likes unsolicited advice. That's number one. That's what that makes me think of. But we do get to participate in life and not make everybody else do the heavy lifting. And I think that's another skill I learned from improv and life. But we don't make the other person do it all. We can, we certainly can, but when we don't, and when we participate, and when we think, and we share our feelings, that's when solutions can happen. That's when collaboration can happen. That's when creativity happens. And those are the things that move us forward. And I think that sometimes we can get so comfortable in our own happiness or our own feelings or our own way of doing things and way of being that we forget that there's other people that are affected by this too. And we don't really acknowledge or think about where they're at. And we have brains, and we also have, I tend to speak out sometimes a little too, some we talked about this speaking mindlessly in the last section, but this is specifically about being critical. And I think there's always a way to genuinely come to someone with a concern or with some feedback when it's asked for. So, meaning they can ask you for feedback, or you can ask them if they want feedback. And I think those start you off with a better, instead of just saying, oh, you should do it like this. It seems like when I ask, I'm much more thinking and much more thoughtful and mindful about what I'm saying to somebody else. And when you have teenagers, here's a suggestion: just don't give advice. Just don't criticizing is hard not to do when you're a parent because you kind of need to be bumpers, right? You kind of get to teach, but yeah, it never goes over well. Have a beautiful day. Be kind to yourself and others, and I will be back again soon.